Everybody, this is Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is Sunday, July 7th, 2024. I hope everybody who celebrates had a wonderful 4th of July and is still enjoying the 4th of July weekend. And just everybody who's uh, experiencing whatever, if it's a holiday or what in the rest of the world, right? Please hope you're enjoying your weekend. And I am. Feel blessed that I'm in southeastern Michigan right now because it's like in the 70s or low 80s, and my heart goes out to people who are still experiencing severe heat, and I pray for everybody that it passes, that you're okay. Today, my guides wanted me to do a reading on this really the state of our country, our democracy, the recent ruling by the Supreme Court 6-3 that really widened the parameters of immunity for president, and then kicked it back to Judge Merchan to I think it's Judge Merchan, right, to figure out what that really means. And everybody's really freaking out about it, which we should be, because we can see the trajectory so clearly now, and the fact that they went there. They really went there, these justices, out in our faces, that they are trying to dismantle our democracy, and it is very scary. But there are remedies for it, but the remedies are in our voting who we get into power, and then the push for legislation through Congress to turn things around, which we can do. But the Supreme Court really, kind of stepped up and said, "This is it, Project 2025." We, especially, Alito and uh, Thomas, and then Gorsuch, that, yeah, we're part of this. They have declared it. We don't care. We're gonna, fly our flags. And I mean, Gorsuch is quieter, but he's just the same. Um, Allegedly, I should say, or not, because I don't think it's really alleged. Think we're watching it in action, and how how's this going to affect us? What's happening? So I'm using the Cyril Marchetti Gilded Tarot from the Easy Tarot, and you can find that on Amazon or wherever you get your tarot cards, but you have to look under Easy Tarot. Sarah Marchetti Gilded Tarot is somehow part of that set. And I don't think it's even Marchetti who authored that. It's somebody else, but you can find it just by, Googling Easy Tarot. And then we're going to have a Oracle card from the Sacred Destiny deck by Denise Lynn. And then, of course, the musical interlude. If you want to stick around for that, please like, share, and subscribe. That really helps me out on the YouTube algorithm. It really, really does. So let's get into it, okay? The subject card that the guides gave, they gave me three. This is the Empress. So this is us, Lady Liberty, the United States. This is representing our democracy, our constitution, our country, who we are, the ideal of that, and also the American people. And then they gave me the Eight of Pentacles, and this is, they say this stands for the Constitution, and they want to impress upon you it's a work in progress, and will always be a work in progress, because the Eight of Pentacles represents work. We're being focused on work, getting the job done, but it is a work in progress. And then the third card here is the Nine of Cups, and the guides say this represents the Supreme Court. Above the Five of Swords, so this is the recent majority really attacking our democracy, attacking our constitution, trying to bring about the downfall of our government, and with the aid of the Three of Pentacles. And this is behind the scenes. This is Russia. This is other foreign interests, and also big corporations like the Koch brothers. This is a plot. This is Project 2025 also. And then Six of Pentacles. So this is money being poured into this. Judges on the take. And we saw that with the um, Thomas and Harlan Crow, but that's it's a big, big money funnel here to the Supreme Court. Many of these judges are bought, bought and paid for. So in the past, this is the Tower. So this is, the attempt to overthrow our government, the attempted takeover uh, January 6th, 2020. And this is the fallout here that we're still experiencing. We're still very much affected by this. Is uh, still really, in essence, happening. This person hasn't hit the ground, and then underneath is Ace of Swords. So the guys are basically saying we are being attacked. We have been attacked since before Donald Trump was elected president. This is a war, and we have to see it as such. We are under attack. It's not just something that's kind of on the back burner or something that's subtle. This is outright attack right now. It may not be through, uh, you know, blood being spilled or bombs or anything, but it is an intentional attack, really a Trojan horse kind of situation, right? Where our Manchurian candidate, where our own government is part, not our own government, I'm sorry, some people in our governmental structure are participating or been put there. Scratch government, I meant, like Supreme Court justices, Congress people, etc. People in our government have been planted there. And the future, the guides show me, is the wheel. So the wheel means change, things turning around. And in this case, the guides say it's turning around for the better. Everything's going to shift. Everything is still shifting now. So, case in point, debate, right? Biden not feeling well. One of my commenters made a note, I'm sorry, that during that debate, Biden's mic was turned down and Trump's was turned up, and you know Biden wasn't feeling well. Probably had, God knows, he'd been you know going through 15 time zones. That man is constantly on the move, and so he had a cold, whatever. Though after the debate, he really came through, and apparently, even though the narrative, as I had said in another video, was set up to say, "Oh, it's time for him to leave. He's too doddering. He can't do this." His popularity is surging after the fact. Fundraising is through the roof. I think I saw a poll. I don't really trust polls, but this one said something like 87% of Democrats say they're going to vote for him, and everything. It's like everything that the Republicans do, the Trumpers do, or MAGA does, it goes right back in their faces, and it makes it worse for them. That's where they are right now. So it's working in um a beneficial way for the Democrats, because these people, they're not, I don't know, they're not that bright in a lot of ways, or it's just maybe their arrogance, but they think they can just be in your face and then they can just do a fait accompli. Okay, and I heard this through Trump's own mouth. Is one of his golf patrons had secretly videotaped him just after the debate when he was on the golf course, and he's saying, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I did really great. It's now Biden has to step down. He's going to step down. We've already won this," you know. And there was nothing of the sort. But in his head, what he'd been hearing was, "Okay, now it's a done deal. Now, you know, Biden's going to step down." He really thought this trickery or chicanery or whatever it was working. It not working for him. Yeah. It's incredible, these people, they there's no nuance to them, and there's no respect for any kind of, intelligence from, the Democrats or anybody else is able to see through this trickery here, so this is gonna work in our favor, the wheel, things are gonna change, uh, and the guides gave me this card, Judgment, for the clarification card. So what the guides say, this is a test. America's democracy is going through a test right now. We're constantly tested, but this is a wake-up call. How strong is our democracy? Um, where are we as people? How committed are we to it? And it's waking us up to see the the weaknesses, the potential for losing it. Also, it's waking us up to inform us that we can save it. We can save it through voting in the next election. We can save it through not taking the corporate media, which is now seems truly owned by corporate interests and by Putin and by uh, whomever wants to brainwash us into believing what is not true, to gin up our fear, to cause us to feel powerlessness. It's a powerful tool, the media, and we need to break free and use our own judgment and not get sucked into fear. When you're sucked into fear, you know that you're vulnerable, especially if it's through the media and you get very scared because you hear something there. There's so much falsity, and we should know that. And just remember, red wave, right? Everybody, not everybody, but many, many people fell for that lie. And they're going to try to do red wave number, Mach 2. Trust me on that one. The gaslighting through the media is just beginning. It's gonna get worse. So when you feel that fear in your stomach, when you feel that powerlessness, you step back for a minute, know that probably most potentially that you're being gaslighted, and they want you to feel that way because they want you to give up. They want to just uh, roll over us and grab our government, and really what they want to do is plunder it and use it for their own authoritarian purposes. And wouldn't Putin love that? Because then he could rule the world. He thinks he could conquer Ukraine, he could conquer Europe. We're a player in that, or we're like a pawn in that, in the sense that in Putin's mind, he feels that if he can get Trump back in there, then, you know, America's the biggest defense against uh, fascism taking over the world. And the final card here, this is what the outcome is. The guides say it's strength. And I think that showed up in another reading. But they're saying that the state of our democracy stands strong and that Biden will win. And we will um, strengthen our judicial system. We will strengthen our Constitution. Immunity will be dealt with. And I think it'll even be stricter. Like at the end result will be that these loopholes will be closed, and we will be closer and closer to our ideal of a fair democracy. And truly, the people that we vote for are going to pass legislation that, and the Supreme Court, which is going to change it. I see it so clearly. It will not stand as a Trojan horse. It will not stand as a weapon from foreign countries and corporations to dismantle our democracy. Even the with the Chevron ruling, the regulations, that's going to be overturned too. This is all just temporary. The destruction they're trying to effect there, it's not going to stand, and it's going to get even even more restrictive regarding, polluting the environment, those kinds of things. Yes, the rich will have to pay higher taxes. All this, their nightmare, right? Um, because of the strength of us, our people, and we need to walk with this strength and realize that we can save our democracy. We, the people, can do this. We have the power. The people have the power. So that is what they wanted to tell us. It's because of the actions we take and our strength and our belief that our democracy will stand strong despite what is happening now. It will. So I just also wanted to congratulate the UK because they elected Keir Starmer and a huge Labour majority for the first time in 14 years. So take that, world. Look at that. That is huge. I don't even know if we realize what that means for the world. That after 14 years of conservative rule and also of Russian infiltration, which resulted in Brexit, which has been such a disaster. That was run by Steve Bannon and Roger Stone, I think. But at least I know Steve Bannon was a major player in that, which has uh, been such a disaster for Britain. And the intent was to dismantle the European Union uh, so that the European countries are weaker. But that, whew, I think it was like 470 majority, biggest majority ever for Labor. I mean, the whole country has rejected this encroaching fascism that was taking over, trying to take over. And oh my gosh, it brings me to tears, literally to tears when I think about how wonderful that is. So congratulations, UK. You did it. You did it. And we can do it, right? Because that energy is what is going to be uh, really, I want to say, the first thing I thought it was taking over, but that is going to be the prevalent energy that's coming in, right? And we have this with Pluto coming fully coming into Aquarius. I'm not sure when that is, but not too far off. And the age of Aquarius and all these spiritual changes that are coming in, but they'll manifest also through the political changes, the institutional changes. Yay. Okay, let's get on to our oracle reading. And the cards the guide chose for us. Diligence. Sacred Landscape wants you to know there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action, uh, steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. Clean house, clear clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it with. Clear out relationships that do not support you. So, I'm sorry, the card got was turned over and I couldn't see it. I couldn't find it. Diligence. Be diligent, people, and you will reap rewards. Okay, everybody, again reminding you that I'm available for personal readings. I read on uh, past lives, anything in the present, including the past and future and in this present life. I am a medium and I love to introduce you to your guardian angels. My information's below in the description box. And at the end of the musical interlude, I love you. Take care. And I will see you, next week, next weekend. This video, or I'm going to post my video, I should say, a little later because Irish Granny is, we're going to meet again. I'm very, very excited about that. Okay, you guys take care. Bye bye.